The Tulsa Race Massacre of 1921 remains one of the most devastating events in American history. Yet it is a story that has long been forgotten, ignored, or downplayed. But what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma during the summer of 1921 was more than just a tragedy. It was the destruction of a thriving black community that represented a beacon of hope, resilience, and prosperity for African Americans in the early 20th century. This was Greenwood, a district in Tulsa, often referred to as Black Wall Street. At the time, it was home to one of the most affluent African American communities in the United States. Greenwood was filled with successful black-owned businesses, including banks, hotels, and newspapers. It was a place where African Americans could thrive without fear of discrimination. The residents of Greenwood were living proof that, even in the face of systemic oppression, Black Americans could build their own future. But in 1921, the dream of Greenwood was shattered by a single controversial event. On May 30th, a young black man named Dick Rowland, who worked as a shoe shiner, was accused of assaulting a white woman named Sarah Page. The details of the incident remain unclear, but Rowland was arrested and rumors spread quickly. The situation escalated and soon a mob of white residents gathered outside the courthouse, demanding Rowland's lynching. On the night of May 31st, 1921, a confrontation between the white mob and a group of black residents trying to protect Rowland turned into an all-out massacre. What followed was unimaginable. White residents, many of them armed, launched a brutal attack on the Greenwood district. They looted businesses, set homes and churches on fire, and destroyed a once thriving community. In the chaos, hundreds of black residents were killed or wounded, and thousands were left homeless. The city of Tulsa's police force and fire department did nothing to stop the violence. Instead, they either stood by or actively helped destroy the district. In the wake of the massacre, the city of Tulsa quickly covered up the event. The survivors were left with no compensation, and the city worked to erase the massacre from history. In the years that followed, few outside of Tulsa even knew about the destruction of Black Wall Street. The massacre was omitted from history books, and the people who suffered were forgotten. In recent years, there has been a resurgence of awareness about the Tulsa Race Massacre. The community of Greenwood has fought to reclaim their history and demand justice for the lives lost and the wealth stolen. In 2021, the 100th anniversary of the massacre, the world began to finally recognize what had happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But the fight is far from over. Many survivors and descendants of those affected still seek reparations and acknowledgement of the crimes committed against them. The Tulsa Race Massacre may have been forgotten for decades, but it is a story that must never be erased again. It serves as a reminder of the resilience of black communities and the importance of recognizing the injustices of our past. If we are to move forward, we must remember, not just for the victims of Tulsa, but for all those whose stories have been silenced. Thank you for watching. If this story touched you, please share it with others. Only by acknowledging the past can we ensure a better future. Remember Black Wall Street. Remember Tulsa.